Hi, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Brittany. I'll be guiding you through class today, and this is Jess. She'll be joining us. Today, we will be working on unlocking the entire tight body today. We'll weave in all the previous episodes, unlocking tight hips, hamstrings, and your back, and we'll incorporate all of those stretches in this series. Gravity yoga is targeted mobility training. It involves holding stretches for a longer period of time, and we do so passively relaxed so that gravity does most of the work. And it's almost impossible to not make gains in your mobility when you practice this regularly. So today you're going to need a yoga mat or somewhere soft to work on, blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can grab a couple pillows. And then finally, you're going to need some wall space. So we'll go ahead and get started. You can come to join us, find a comfortable seated position. We're gonna start class by establishing the breath that we'll be using throughout class. Now, this is a 4 to 8 breath. It's an inhale through the nose to the count of 4, and an exhale out the mouth to the count of 8. On the inhale, it's like a whisper sound, like, and the exhale, it's like you're fogging up a mirror. So we'll go ahead and practice a few rounds. So find a comfortable seated position, relax your hands down, bring your chin parallel to the ground. Feel free to close down your eyes and start to breathe in through your nose to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in back through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, breathe back in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And if you're having trouble with that 8 exhalation, just breathe out a little bit more slowly. Now, when we double the exhales, we help to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to relax the stretch reflex. The body's tendency to lock up and not like the stretch helps to relax the muscles because muscles stretch better when relaxed. So go ahead and come to stand. We'll begin class by warming up our bodies with moon squats. So bring your feet out wide, toes out slightly. Cross your forearms, make tight fists. Squat down as far as you can. Inhale, extend your arms up and cross your arms, spread your fingers, lift your chest up. Exhale, cross your forearms, make tight fists, sit back. Breathe in, expand, open up your chest. Exhale, cross your forearms, make tight fists, round your spine. Inhale, extend back up. Exhale, cross the forearms, sit back. Drop your head down. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, cross your forearms and sit back. And then this time, bring your hands to the ground. Coming into a deep squat, kind of moving side to side here, getting into your hips. Good, we'll do that for one more round. Go ahead and stay down low, cross your forearms, make fists. Inhale, expand, reach up, spread your fingers. Exhale, cross your forearms, sit back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross the forearms, sit back. Breathe in, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, cross your forearms and sit back. Breathe in, reach back up. This time, keep your arms straight, walk your feet in slightly. Hips about hip distance apart. Reach for your left wrists. And then bend over towards your right side. Press your hips towards the left, getting into the side body here. Good. And then switch it out. Breathe in, reach back up. Exhale, reach for your opposite wrists. And then bend over towards your left side. Press your hips towards the right. Good, come back up through center, release your hands. Take your hands to your low back, press them forward slightly. And then hinge at your hips, forward fold, coming into the first long stretch here. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. The outer edges of your feet are parallel with each other. Bend into your knees as much as you need to take the strain out of your low back for Ragdoll Pose. So you can keep your arms straight like Jess is doing, or you could reach for opposite elbows. Relax your torso here. Relax your head, your neck. If this is too much, you could always take this up against the wall. Just face away from the wall, bend forward, have your booty touch the wall, and take it from there for more support. Now deepen back into your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in back through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax into this. There's 3 principles in gravity yoga. The first is the 4 to 8 breath. And the second is wet noodle, meaning try to relax into your muscles as much as you can. Imagine that your torso is just this wet noodle hanging. Release any tension. We're stretching deep into the hamstrings right now, those muscles in the back of your thighs. And when those are super, super tight, they tend to affect the low back. We tend to round more into our low back. But luckily, they're pretty easy to stretch back out, especially with poses like this. So stay with it. We're almost there. Keep breathing. Good. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your hands down to the ground. Bend down into your knees. And then bring your knees down towards the ground. Come into a kneeling position. Tops of the feet are down. Stack your hips over your knees, shoulders over your hips. Take your hands to your low back and just gently press your hips forward. Just flesh out the hips. Good. Then come back up. And if you're on your yoga mat, what you're going to do is come off of it and then fold it in half. And if you don't have a yoga mat, you might want to use a blanket here. We're going to come into frog pose. So come onto your knees, back onto the mat, and then bring your knees underneath your hip bones. Jess is going to grab blocks for more support, and then bring out your knees as wide as you can. Bring them out, bring them out. So your hips are in line with your knees, and then you're going to take your ankles in line with your knees and toes point outwards. So it looks like I'm a frog. Jess is going to bring her feet in slightly more, not more, so in line with the knees. So find the position that feels good for you, and we'll begin. So you can stay on your arms, keeping them straight, or you can come down onto your forearms. Deepen into the breath. Take a deep breath through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe back in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your body. Right now you're getting a big hip opener. You are also freeing up space in your low back. So this also helps with back pain. you're literally creating more space for your back to move in frog pose. You're also stretching your feet, stretching into your ankles. This also helps to promote good digestion. Good job, you're almost there. And the third principle of gravity yoga is to either meet or beat your whole time. So meaning try to stay with this as long as we are. Do your best, we're suffering with you. But if you need to tap out early, that's fine. Just the next time that you do this video, try to stay in a little bit longer. Try to meet your whole time or beat it. Good, we're almost there, 3 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, and slowly come back up. Straighten into your arms. Bring your knees back in. Come into tabletop. And then press yourself up. And now you're gonna take your yoga mat to the wall or go to the space where you can work with against the wall, whether you have a yoga mat or not. Okay, we're at the wall now. So if you have a yoga mat, go ahead and fold your yoga mat in half. And then fold it in half again and have blocks by you or a pillow. So you wanna support your knee here. So what you're going to do is take your right knee and bring it to where the wall and floor meet. And then bring your shin, try to flush it up with the wall, against the wall as much as you can, and then toes point up. Then you take your left leg, lunge it forward, and bring your ankle in line with your knee, or you could even bring your ankle a little bit in front of your knee. So pad up your knee back here as much as you need to make this comfortable. And then if you have blocks or a pillow, use the blocks and pillow for support. So here we go. This is called jackknife blaster. Your back hip is in deep hip extension, and flexion, deep hip flexion, and your front hip is in deep hip extension. Then you're getting into the quad or the back leg and the hamstrings in the front leg. This is really good if lunging is really uncomfortable for you, or if sitting cross-legged on the ground is really uncomfortable for you. This gets pretty intense fast. So let's focus back into our breath. Relax into this. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in back through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Really relax as much as you can into this. Bend into your elbows too, so you're not getting so much this workout in your arms, holding yourself up. You might need to continue to lean forward to try to get your shin as flush up with the wall as possible. Good, we're almost there. You got it, stay with it. We're right there with you, you can do it. Good, in these last final seconds here, feel free to come up and place your hands on the top of your thigh. Good. Good, and then 3, 2, 1, release. Slowly come up out of this, and then switch it out. Get right to it. Bring your left knee up to where the floor and wall meet. Shin is flush with the wall, toes point up. Take your opposite leg, lunge it forward. Ankles in line with your knee, or you can even use your hand to move your ankle up a little bit forward. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, use blocks if you need them, or pillows, and we'll begin. Good. Focus back on our breath here. Breathe in through your nose. Out your mouth. Breathe in back through your nose. And then back out your mouth. Usually we get some kind of tingling sensation or numbness. It starts to get really, really uncomfortable. Oftentimes when we come out of the stretch, that goes away immediately. So if you're feeling that, don't worry, just stay with it. But if you're feeling any kind of extreme joint pain, something's not right, then ease off it a little bit. You know, again, start to rock your chest forward a little bit to bring the shin more flush with the wall. Think wet noodle. Relax into this as much as possible. Because again, muscles always stretch better when they're completely relaxed and more pliable. When we kind of tense the muscles and we force stretches, that's oftentimes when we hurt ourselves stretching. Good, you're almost there. Stay with it. You're doing great. In these last final seconds, if you want to increase the intensity, bring your hands onto the top of your thigh. If not, no, it's always perfectly fine to stay where you are. Good, and try to bring your chest up as straight as you can. Lift your chest up towards the sky, chin's parallel with the ground. The last few seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Great job, release. Come off the wall. Take a quick child's pose, bring your knees out wide. Bring your hands out in front of you, big toes come together, and then relax your forehead down. Good, and then slowly peel yourself back up. And then if you have your yoga mat folded like we do, go ahead and unfold it. And then we're gonna open up the chest in our last final deep stretch of class today. So you are going to come up against the wall, lay down, tops of the feet down, feet are about hip distance apart. Bring the crown of your head to the wall, and then bring your forearms down, stack them on top of one another. Bring your head down, so my top of my head is touching the wall, and then I'm gonna walk my hands up, 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 then drop my chest and head and neck down. Now, Jess is over there, she's gonna be in child's pose if this is too much for you. So let's begin. So I straighten into my arms as much as I can. Fingers are spread wide. Drop your head down, your neck down. This is called cliffhanger. This one gets very intense fast because we feel so much tension and tightness in our shoulders, in our chest. You're opening everything up here, all the rounding and hunching you do during the day. This definitely helps with any overhead mobility if you do that sort of thing. And this also helps your posture. It helps to keep your back more straight instead of the rounding we tend to do. Steeping back into our breath. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then out your mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe back in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open mouth, exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, stay with it. We're almost there. And then again, you might start to feel tingling in your fingers. It's gonna start getting super, super intense. If you need to come out, that's fine, but try to stay with it. We're right here with you. This is tough, but when you get out, it feels so good, and it really starts to open up your chest effectively and quickly the more you practice this. Good, we're almost there. Last few seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Great. Slowly slide your hands down and press yourself back up. And then flip around. Bring your booty down to the ground. Bend into your knees, soles of the feet down. Slowly roll all the way back. Make sure there's enough room behind you. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll all the way back. Walk your heels towards your sit bones, hands down beside you. Take a deep breath in, fill up. And then as you exhale, press your hips up towards the sky. Flush out your hips. Good, then slowly lower your hips back down. Ground down into your left foot, lift your right heel up, and then cross it over. Right heel's on top of your left thigh. Take your right hand, press your right thigh away. But then reach through and reach for the back of your left thigh and bring your knees in closer towards your chest. Then open your arms wide to the ground and gently let your knees fall all the way over towards your left side, coming into a figure 4 supine twist. You can take your left hand and put it on top of your right thigh to nudge it down a little bit more to intensify the twist. Now you can keep the back of your head on the ground, or you could turn and look towards the right side. Good, and start to bring your legs back through center. And then switch it out. Bring the sole of your right foot down to the ground, plant it down, lift your left heel up, cross it on top of your right thigh. Take your left hand, press your left thigh away. And then bring your knees in closer towards your chest and reach through, reach for the back of your right thigh. You could reach for your shin if that's in your practice, then relax your head back, bring your knees in towards your chest. Then open up your arms to the ground and gently let your knees drift all the way over towards the right side. An option to take your right hand, place it on top of your right thigh to nudge the twist a little bit more. Back of the head stays on the ground, or turn to look towards the left side. Begin to slowly untwist. Come back through center. And so we're back in center. Uncross your legs. And then bring your hands to the back of your thighs. And start to rock forward and back. And then rock all the way to a seated position. We'll end class with a 4 to 4 breath. So that's an inhale to the count of 4 through your nose, and then an exhale back out your nose this time to a count of 4. So ground down into your sits bones, lift your chest up, relax your hands down, chins parallel with the ground. Begin to breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe back in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and mind. May this practice heal and strengthen your body and mind. Thank you so much for being here. You did a great job. Hope you stayed with it. If not, come back and try again. This stuff works so well. The more you do it, you're gonna see gains in your mobility. Jess, how are you doing?
It was just what I needed.
Just what you needed, good, yeah. You're welcome. All right, hope to see you again soon. Bye.